The important task of selecting the right rental unit can be an overwhelming challenge. Unfortunately, many potential tenants make the decision to rent without thinking about what they want and need in a rental unit. Time needs to be spent comparing various rental properties, including comparing the amount of rent to be paid, associated costs, and transportation issues. Hello, my name is Amanda Kostman from the University of Wisconsin Division of Extension. During this mindful money moment, we will discuss what you want and need in a rental unit, resources to help find an apartment, and strategies for comparing, shopping, and ultimately choosing the right rental unit, and being comfortable establishing and maintaining a business relationship with your landlord or property manager. All resources we discuss can be found on our RentSmart website. Moving can be time-consuming and expensive. In addition to rent, there is the security deposit, moving costs, utility hookups, and so on. You'll do a better job of comparison shopping and ultimately in choosing the right rental unit if you have identified what you want and need, as well as determine how much rent you can afford. Before you start your search, you need to determine which features are must-haves and which are conveniences you can live without. Keep in mind that you may need to make some concessions to stay within your budget. We suggest using a tool like this or listing what is essential, what would be nice but not essential, and what isn't very important in a rental unit. If you will be living with others, remember to make sure that their needs are met as well. Compare your lists of very important and not important features before you start looking at a unit. Once you've determined the most important things to you and what you can afford, it's time to start looking for housing. This is where your wants and needs meet with the available market. How have you found housing in the past? What has worked for you and those you trust? There are so many ways to find ads. Using a variety of sources will help you find a variety of possible homes. Typical places to look include print sources like newspapers and rental magazines, bulletin boards at local businesses, of course driving around and looking for rent signs, nonprofit housing agencies, faith communities, and electronic bulletin boards like Facebook and websites can help. You can also look on apps and call property management companies. There's also the Wisconsin housing website to help. Scammers post fake listings on rental sites with the goal of tricking people into paying phony application fees and rental deposits. These fake ads are usually copycat versions of past or current listings and often use ripped photos from legitimate ones. Online payment apps have made it easier for scammers to get money without ever meeting would-be renters. And once a transaction is over, it's nearly impossible to get your money back. Never put money towards a house or apartment you haven't seen. And never give out sensitive information like bank details or social security numbers. While ideal, you don't have to see the unit in person. Maybe ask for a live virtual tour or ask someone you know and trust to tour the unit in person. Beware of how you're being asked to pay. Scammers often ask to be paid by wire transfers or through a payment app like Venmo, because it's hard to reverse those payments. Some scammers even ask victims to put money on a gift card and give them the codes on the back, which is an even less traceable way to swindle people out of cash. Most landlords will ask for a paper check or another secure form of payment and will only request payments after you've seen the space, filled out the application, and passed the background check. Take your time. Scammers also reel people in with cheaper than market value prices and instill a sense of urgency that can cause people to spend before they think. Remember to do your research beforehand. If a potential location's price, location, or amenities sound too good to be true, they probably are. Do some comparison shopping before spending any money. You could also go to Google image search and make sure that the photo and the location match. And if you do find a fraudulent listing, be sure to report that to the website you found it. Once you have found a few promising ads that meet your needs and budget, you may want to compare them to what's important to you. You could use our rental property checklist or make one of your own to compare the rental units on your search. This will help you get the best rental unit for you and reduce the likelihood that you will need to embark on the costly and time-consuming process of moving before you really want to. Finding a decent place to live also requires a thorough tour and inspection. We will be addressing this on another Mindful Money Moment. To find the handouts or more information, please go to the RentSmart website. Remember that Extension educators are located in most counties in Wisconsin, so check with your local Extension office to see if they are offering any RentSmart courses in your community. If you find that you would benefit from some additional rental education but cannot attend in person, we hold full RentSmart programs every month online. Thank you, and please tune in next week for another UW Mindful Money Moment.